See the way that thing folded after you checked it? What a roar, man! Well done, mate. Really solid effort. Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you! Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a heartbeat.
You've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains?
So much good around here. It's refreshing.
Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others...
And science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friend, well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight. We have been trying to learn why this could... A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated different. Perhaps it was my proximity. All of this is to say... Do not sell you. You're going to face a variety of Thank you. Let's discuss your new friend. Take a moment, and once again...
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
Tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our... or rather, in order to...
The new animals up there. Any of them good for you?
So, shall we begin? So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance.
I wonder how that happened.
Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that said, you should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, with my condition as it is.
You know, before the accidents.
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance.
We got a system.
Excellent.
Damn it.
As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weapon. So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. There was another copy, but I don't even want to get started, to be honest. Intellectual property can be so tricky to keep locked away. Perhaps chasing down the problem is something we could look into another day. For today, the safe is our solution. You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck. Did you want anything? I could use some help.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it. Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
What if we go back to the surface? Because of our, condition. Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works.
There was a landslide around the mansion?
You have
I wonder how that happened.
beautiful skin. It's unsettling.
Are there many like us out there? You know, with the skin?
The new animals. We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change.
The new animals out there. Any of them good for eating?
Make it quick. Your assignment does not require knowledge of... You will find adequate signage for familiarizing yourself. Perhaps later, if you prove... If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be... Point taken. Very well. The residents here are still a bit shaken up by recent events. And some less than recent. I'd recommend a light touch. You're not here to babysit. And unless Mr. Stoltz himself walks in here and says otherwise... I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security. I can tell you're equipped to handle much. There are 3 in particular. There are 3. Your best bet? They should have more. In the meantime...
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got the system and it works, damn it. Are there many like us out there? You know, with the skin?
New animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. Apologies for the confusion. I often forget just how unusual my situation has become. I was born blind, and lived that way even after becoming a ghoul, as you put it. However, as I've mentioned, an accident at this facility altered me, not unlike the lost that wander the surface. I see the world in pulses, wavelengths, a universe of violent synaptic connections, carving out and outlining every object and person. Navigation is trivial for me now. I was able to spot you in these sacred grounds even from my office. To the lost, I imagine this vision is a curse, a terrifying cataractous cloud that distorts their world. To me, it is a new life. Needless to say, I don't find myself bumping into things while getting around the vault anymore. Nothing. She's perfect. Always has been. Always will be. The same incident that has put me into my condition. Well, it made her quiet. Tired. She'll be right in no time. All the more reason for you to get a move on with those weather machine blueprints. No? Is that what I've said? I suppose I revealed too much with too little context. Forgive me. Now isn't the time to discuss such things, not before you have a better grasp of what we are contending against here. I don't think it's anyone's business to see my wife whenever they wish. I'm sure you wouldn't like that either if you were in her position. Just exposed for anyone to see like some animal in a zoo? No, not my Cassie. She deserves peace and quiet to recover. Yes, very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints. Did you want any... Well? Oh, this is the good bit. What sparks your interest? Interesting? It's far more than that. It means pride. And pride. Family business. It was absolute. Mein Vater was a very... I wouldn't say I'm quite lost. A new condition has granted me a way to... The world I live in now has made me... Well, business. I'd frequented this country many... Of course. Of course. To shelter humanity, I would advise you. What is it they say? My position and connections are both I had a way with money, but Cassidy, she had a way with people. Of course, the smell of money will always be the best conversation starter, but it takes true talent. Oh, Fatale. Is it such... Getting on the board was inevitable. Creating a... Go on, then. Great vision can... It's hard to say. Oh, but to dwell... All about climate control. Increased life... This fell through once we were afflicted with this Then much of our research became focused on improving our news. But I tire of retracing the past. Our priority, of course, auf Wiedersehen.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Looking for someone? It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a
Yo,
little.
smell something weird?
Have you heard about... Ugh, again?
It's refreshing.
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
Yo, smell something weird? How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
Yeah, people
Oh,
who
a
eavesdrop
stranger.
are the worst.
We have... That we've spent...
You said...
Is there anything else? What's a...
That means this is...
I suppose we do look... smooth.
Oh, I like that.
If we make contact with the outside...
Thanks for the int. Is there anything else?
It's a shame we don't have the work.
Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with it. Yeah, there's things like... people are scared to go check it.
Oh, also, last time I was on a food run, some damn near took my arm with it, too.
And,
Yeah... Alfie was one of us, but he's probably lost his... You didn't know him, though. Security checks, just to get a breath. We're just guessing, to be honest.
We've been hearing whispers. We also know what happens when you get...
that's if they don't turn us into... There's too few of us.
Is there anything else? Rad.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators.
They've been left.
Is there anything else? Alfie was at
Remember when he skipped work?
Yeah,
his apartment. Is there anything else?
Tired of all the red
You can... There's also a... Good luck.
Good luck down there.
Don't you just hate rude people listening in on private conversations?
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
You need something?
What if we go back to the suit?
How about some space, buddy? You're,
Welcome back.
close there.
We're sorry that you...
Yeah, it's good.
Thanks. Well,
Not without...
Maybe.
I don't see why. Strict but fair.
But you don't want to... I heard he was it. I doubt he's actually...
You have to be in the... He's always been pretty. Say what you will about them.
She did keep him level.
Is there anything else? Strict but fair.
But you don't want to find him. I doubt.
You have to be. He's always... Say what you will about them.
She did keep him level.
Is there anything... He's friendly, but he does his best to keep... Especially having to work for We just haven't figured... The Overseer...
He's always been... Would always be up. Now, though... What's the word? Cold.
Is there anything... Well, then there was the act. After that... Oh, and that destroyed any...
It's not all bad. It'll sure be nice.
I'm more worried about how... If they ever...
We tried to keep him locked in Hero 1. Is there any... Yeah. Thanks again for all...
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
As if things weren't bad enough. You're back. I hope you have good... Well, with that out of the way, like dealing with... I don't suppose... I see. Still, it can't... But enough about that. First, I'm sure... It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. Before the accidents.
Now that you've proven yourself, the emergency alert in the order, as I understand, it would appear she's got... And as you'll see her. Get to the left. She and Mr. Stoll. With the tram tunnel, if Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine. Be prepared for the...
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about.
Don't you go starting any trouble around here. It's simple.
We should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. Before the accidents, there was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better? I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
I believe you have something for me. Did I ask you? Forget the petty gossip. Now. I believe you have... It is a step, yes. You'll be provided more information shortly. I believe... Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, Our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about.
Fresh air.
The best. She is the most beautiful person. She keeps me balanced. We were never apart, and we collected the most wonderful memories.
It's refreshing.
I believe you have some... Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to... Oh, and I do... I believe...
Vault 63
Well, there.
is last
Go deliver... Oh,
reason.
I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about.
What if we go back to the surface?
I could use some help over here.
It's because of our... You know...
I believe you have something for me. Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about.
Get worse or better?
The best. She is the most beautiful person. She keeps me balanced. We were never apart, and we collected the most wonderful memories together. Excuse me. This makes me rather emotional. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved?
Supplies are starting to...
Right you are, my friend.
Supply run.
Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to.
The old vault
Now.
sure was something.
Off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back.
I could use some help over
Nothing to
here.
worry about, though.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
piece of scrap. That means I like you. Be honest. Does this trash make me smell bad? Someone told me I had a few loose screws. I am still looking for those screws. Today's junk output is error. Sensors are dirty. with you. Would you like to join my scavenger hunt? Today we're gathering unstable nuclear waste. Today's junk output is error. Sensors are dirty. Could I interest you in a block of concrete? precious junk all around. Was it you? You are a piece of scrap. That means I like you. When you die, can I harvest you for bone shards? Be honest. Does this trash make me smell bad?
What?